Hey guys, Chad here from CNR Reviews. Still on that quest to find the best carry handgun, and we got two examples today that we want to compare. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, and if you got any questions during the video, feel free to leave us a comment. Ryan and I try to get back to those same day. So we're going to be comparing today the Kahr Cm9 versus the Kel-tec PF9. These both come with 7-round magazines, or I know the one that I am using has a 7-round mag for the Kahr. The Kel-tec is a 7-rounder. This is the one with the pinky extension. This is the one I was given. This is on loan. So I'm reviewing the Kel-tec with the pinky extension as well, especially when we get to size comparisons, so you guys can get an idea equally of what these look like. We're going to do some really quick features of both of these guns just to go over. These are both in the subcompact category. They're both 9mm. These are both great. Well, I'm going to say that the Kahr is a great carry gun. The Kel-tec we've had some issues with. Check out those videos if you do have any questions on what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and look at sights really quick. That is the sight picture on the Kahr. It's kind of it's just a line in the rear, and then we got the dot in the front. Hard to kind of get used to if you're used to the 3-dot, but definitely able to get used to it. This has the 3-dot sights, and I will say I do like the sights on the Kel-tec. You can definitely see them really nicely. I think that's a positive that the Kel-tec has. As far as safeties, neither one of these guns has a safety. The Kel-tec is a hammer-fired weapon, and the Kahr is a striker-fired. These both rely on a long pull of the trigger as the safety. So they're assuming that you're going to be carrying this gun in your pocket or on your or inside your pants in some type of a holster like this, where you're not going to put your finger in the trigger guard. And so you're going to then you have to put your finger in the trigger guard, especially with the Kel-tec is so small, deliberately to actually get that long trigger pull. The Kahr trigger guard is a lot nicer, and the trigger is so smooth. I don't even know if I would say that that is a double action pull or anything like that. It's so smooth it feels like a single action. And I actually had a little bit of trouble at the range getting used to it because I'm so used to shooting these long double action pulls like the Kel-tec. As far as other features, that's about it. These guns are hugely different in price. Kel-tec is around $250, give or take $20, $30. The Kahr Cm9 is going to be, I've seen it go for around $360 on the low end and as high as $450 on the high end. Now this is not the Kahr PM9, that's like $650. This is the Cm9. So you can find these for around $450 or less. I would say the average being around $400. So the difference is about $150. Now what are you getting for that? You're getting better ergonomics. This gun fits my hand. It does not bite me when I'm shooting. I could shoot 200 rounds at the range, and yeah, my hand would probably get sore. I could barely shoot 50 rounds at the range without cringing and having a mark that, unfortunately, I shot this 2 weeks ago before it broke, or 3 weeks ago. My hand still hurts in that spot. Ergonomics are not there on the Kel-tec. The polymer is a lot smoother. Feels like it's higher quality. This polymer is rough. The edges are rough. It meets up in weird places really roughly, and it has seams. I don't like this. This is not a very good polymer. When you're talking about magazine release, they both have a positive magazine release. The Kahr is definitely easier to load the mag, drop the mag. This guy, the magazine release is kind of recessed a little bit. I hope you guys can see. I apologize about the lighting. It's a little bit harder to load. You have to push forward on the mag to get it to load. But it does have a positive mag release. Other than that, I can't take apart the Kahr to show you guys. I can't take apart the Kel-tec to show you guys the internals because the gun is broken. But it has a very simple takedown. You just take a bullet and you just pull down on this little lever or pull out, and the pin falls right out. This is very much like a 1911 style. You got the little slide lock that is actually the takedown pin. You just pull it out, the gun comes apart. As far as internals go, they're very similar. Guide rod, spring, barrel. Pretty much all the semi-autos are similar when you're taking them apart and putting them back together. Let's go ahead and do, oh, I actually forgot about one feature that the Kel-tec does have, but I think is not even worth really bringing up, and that's the Picatinny Rail. It does have a small Picatinny Rail here. This guy does not. It's nice and smooth. The reason why I say I wouldn't even bring it up on this gun is that if you're buying this gun because of the weight, and if you throw a flashlight or a laser on this thing, you're just adding to the weight. It's adding to the size. If you're going to be carrying a gun like that, I don't know if I would even do that with a little carry gun. I want it to be able to fit flushly in my pocket without having to worry about other people seeing it or getting freaked out. So, like I said, I would never put anything on there. So for me, it's a no issue. Let's talk about weight. Kel-tec says it's the lightest 9mm in the world, blah, blah, blah. This guy fully loaded with fully loaded mag, runs about 18 and a half ounces, depending on what type of rounds you have in there and if you have the extended base plate on. This guy is going to run about 19 and a half to 20 ounces, depending on what type of ammo you have and whether or not you have that pinky extension. So yeah, you're around an ounce and a half, somewhere around there difference, but you're getting a better quality weapon for the money. Which one would I buy? Let's say I was getting into guns for the very first time, and out of these two, the Kel-tec is not my top choice. I would go with the Kahr. Better trigger, better quality, better machining. The manufacturer does say it's got a 200 round break-in period. And the Kel-tec, unfortunately, the manufacturer doesn't say it has a break-in period, but it does. And we actually had a catastrophic malfunction, so I cannot consciously recommend this weapon. So if it was me, I'd go with the Kahr. Yes, it's a little bit more money. Save your money. $150 is not that much of a difference if it's going to save your life and be more reliable. Let's go ahead and talk about size differences. Well, we're going to start off with lining these two up. And as you can see, with that base plate extension, the Kahr is significantly taller. That's a good ½ inch taller with that extension. And that's with holding them pretty even. Let's go ahead and look at the slide length comparison between these two. Sorry, I'll fix my my bottom here. Let's go ahead and we'll line up the front of the slide so you guys are going to see the Kel-tec, just like the LC9, is going to be just a tad taller. I don't know if you guys can see that really well, but there you go. Just a tad taller, not much, just a little bit. As far as width goes, unlike the LC9, the Kahr Cm9 is going to be thinner. Or, I'm sorry, the PF9 is going to be thinner. The Kahr Cm9 is going to be thicker. And there's one reason, and that is because of this very large magazine, or I'm sorry, slide lock. Very large slide lock. You can see it protruding from the gun. That adds to the thickness of the weapon. You can see on the Kel-tec, it doesn't really have that. It does have a magazine release, slide release there, slide lock, but it's very, very close to the frame. You don't really notice it. It's very, very thin. So the Kel-tec beats it on that. So again, what are you getting? You're getting a gun. If you buy the Kahr, you're getting a gun that's about an ounce, ounce and a half heavier, but it is smaller as far as length goes. It is a little bit taller with the extension, but they both come with flat base plates. And so if you were to take out these magazines, you guys can see with the mags out which one is smaller. And I'm going to give it to the Kahr. So if we line these up again, Kahr is hands down smaller. So other than that, guys, that's a really quick feature, size, quality comparison between the Kahr Cm9, the Kel-tec PF9. If you like this video, again, please subscribe. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks a lot for watching. This was Chad from CNR Reviews. Have a good day.